Alright, how's it everyone? Bernardo Dave here again. I've got John and Gary to help me. Boys, I've got a good story today. A story you think you know but you don't. It's going to be fun, but we're going to learn the verse first, okay? So today's verse comes from Joshua. Now how do you remember Joshua? It sounds like you're sneezing.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Say like this. Joshua!
Bless you.
Joshua.
Hey, thank you, bless you, bless you. Okay, here we go.
Thank you.
Joshua! Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you, bless you. Okay, say everyone. Joshua!
Joshua.
1 verse
Verse
9.
9.
Okay, this is the best part. You ready? Here we go. It says, be strong!
Be strong.
You see those guns? Just check that definition. Nice, guys. Good definition. Okay. All right. Be strong
Be strong.
and courageous.
And courageous.
Like a big gorilla. Come on, strong and courageous. It says like this. Do not
Do not
be afraid.
be afraid.
Do not
Do not
be discouraged.
be discouraged.
Okay, so the Bible says, don't be discouraged. Don't be why?
What?
Ask me why? Why?
What?
I'll tell you why.
What?
The Bible says, for the Lord
For the Lord
God
God
is with you.
is with
I
you.
want you to hold you like right by your heart like this, eh? Again, for the Lord God
For the Lord God
is with you
is with you.
wherever you go. You can just walk around. Should we try that again? Let's do it. Come here, guys. Let's go. Joshua!
Joshua.
Bless you.
Bless you. 1 verse
1 verse
9.
9.
Be strong.
Be strong
Courageous.
and courageous.
Do not
Do not
be afraid.
be afraid.
Do not
Do not
be discouraged.
be discouraged.
For the Lord your God
For the Lord your God
will be with you
will be with you.
wherever you go. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story about Belshazzar. Everyone say Belshazzar.
Belshazzar.
And we're going to make this guy Belshazzar. This is Belshazzar. Have you heard of Belshazzar? Do you know Belshazzar? Okay, it's a cool name.
Belshazzar.
You probably know him as Daniel. Daniel was his Hebrew name, but his Babylonian name was Belshazzar. I like that name, Belshazzar. So
Belshazzar.
today we're learning about Belshazzar, who's also Daniel. Okay, so this guy was an amazing guy. The Bible says he was strong and handsome. Okay, all the chicks digged him, as you can see, right? And he was a cool look, all right. And you had some friends. You're going to introduce you to your friends. Gary, come to introduce us. This is Shadrach, and then this is Meshach, and this is Abednego. They got a Hebrew name still, I forgot, but because you know what? Because like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, those are tough names. So this is how I remember the names. Shadrach, you say shake the bed. Meshach, make the bed. And Abednego, and to bed we go. So it's shake the bed, make the bed, and to bed we go. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Anyways, so Belshazzar, Daniel, and his mates. Now we all know the story of Daniel and the lion's den. And the king threw him into the lion's den, and the lions didn't eat him. And we know that story. It's a main story. We also know the story of when these Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were thrown into a fire. If you don't know that story, get your mom and dad to read it to you. And it's an amazing story how they did not die. And the Bible even says there was an angel. I believe Jesus was with them in the fire, and they didn't even burn. But that's not the story. Today's story is cool because if you're a kid and you're studying for exams, this is the main story. So come here. So the Bible says that these guys were like the best of the best, apparently. They were like, but you know what made them the best? It wasn't what they did. It was one thing. The Bible says they had their hearts devoted to God. And because of that, when they were put in the king's service, all of them, there was a whole bunch of people that served the king. These four, Meshach and Abednego and Shadrach and Daniel, they decided not to eat the king's food. They decided to eat vegetables instead. Can you imagine giving up biltong and ice cream and chocolate and Oreo biscuits and tennis biscuits and Mario biscuits and all the cool stuff because it was from the king and wasn't clean for them? And they said, no, we are just going to have the vegetables and fruit. And they wouldn't even have wine to drink, just water. So no Coke, no Oros, just water. After 10 days, these oaks became super strong. You can check that. And the king was like, wow. Then, for exams, the Bible says that the Lord was with them and he gave them knowledge and understanding of all things and literature. Literature is like books. These guys became brainiacs. So not only were they strong and good looking, they had the brains too. So smart with brains and looks. Amazing. The Bible even says that they were 10 times smarter than anyone else in the land. And not because of anything other than God was with them. So if you are struggling for exams, you're studying to lead, you say, God, I'm struggling to study for this test. Please help me. God's Spirit can come and help you, give the knowledge and understanding for your exams and for your tests. And the old rule, you know the rule? Study like you haven't prayed and pray like you haven't studied, and then those exams will go well. Anyways, guys, Banana Dave here. Remember, the Lord is with you. Be strong and courageous. God bless. Bye.